Yo, what is going on, everybody? So today I'm just going to make a quick video and show you guys how I took my webcam from looking like this to this. So like I said, we're going to be making a few upgrades. I'm going to show you guys how I did that. So what I use currently as a webcam is I got into photography a while back. Me and my wife, we started doing photography professionally, bought a Canon EOS R50, and that's what we've been using. And it has the capability to be plugged in via USB-C, and your PC will recognize it as a webcam. So you can just literally pick it as a webcam in OBS, and this is what you get. Now, the downfall to that, at least to most people, it might not necessarily be a downfall overall. You do it like this and you hook it up with the USB-C cable to your PC like a webcam. It limits you to, I believe it's 1080p 30 FPS. So that's not that bad. For me personally, I want it to also do YouTube videos like this and things like that. So I just prefer a little higher quality, and that's kind of why I went this route as well, because I just want to be able to get a little higher FPS and stuff if I want to. If you're just using this as a webcam and you're streaming, you're doing things like that on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, whatever the case may be, this is going to be fine for most people, because once you shrink that down, it looks pretty clear and pretty solid anyway. So for most people, like I said, this would be perfectly fine. You wouldn't need these upgrades necessarily, but like I said, I just kind of wanted to upgrade some stuff since I had the option to, and just kind of see what the difference looks like. So all of this is still being shot with the original kit lens and things like that on it, with those settings that I tweaked myself on camera, which, like I said, looks pretty solid. So let me know what you guys think compared to the footage that we're going to be using here, and then I'll show you the footage once we kind of hook everything else up, and you guys can see the difference for yourself. Now, that being said, I also understand that most people are not going to be using something like this as a webcam necessarily. Like I said, the reason that I am using this as a webcam is also because we bought this camera for another purpose. We're doing photography, like I said, and we did buy a camera. This is a pretty entry-level camera, I do believe. It's not the most expensive Canon or anything like that, but a lot of the reviews and the features and stuff that it has on it was stuff that I was looking for and what I wanted to be able to do with photography. And also it does have some pretty solid video capabilities as well, and I wanted that too, in case we dip our toes into the videography world at some point, because I enjoy that. I don't know necessarily that my wife will want to venture into that as a business thing. She probably would, because there can be some good money in that with things like weddings and stuff like that. But if I wanted to dip my toes in the water, I could start learning, and this would be a very good camera to do so. And then the option to upgrade later to a better camera is always available for us. This is just what we went with to get us started, and it was a little bit more on the budget friendly side as far as a newer entry level camera goes. So like I said, this is not going to be for everybody. I don't recommend you just go buy a mirrorless or a DSLR camera just to be able to use as a webcam. The way technology and stuff is now, there are a lot of different options that you can get a even more budget friendly webcam and still be able to get a pretty amazing look out of it, especially if you're just going to be using it for things like streaming and not necessarily YouTube videos or anything like that. But if you do have a camera, or you're interested in getting a camera, Canon EOS R50 is what I'm currently using. And like I said, this functionality is built into the camera for this kind of reason, to be able to just plug and play with a USB-C cable and be able to do it as a video capture device straight in OBS. Makes it super simple. A lot of newer cameras are doing this for content creators, so I think that's a pretty sweet feature, which is another reason why I was also interested in this particular camera. Now you're probably wondering, what are the upgrades that I'm going to do? And then, like I said, we'll show you that footage later. So to start, this is what I got. This is a Canon RF prime lens, so it's a 16mm f2.8, which means it has a much wider aperture range, which means I can probably get this background to look blurrier than it does now, to really make me pop out and stand out just a little bit more than what this one does. Because with the kit lens, I think the lowest it goes is like 4.5 Don't hold me to that. I don't know if that's completely correct, but it's something like that. So this is 2.8. So if you know anything about aperture and cameras and things like that, you know that it's a pretty good difference, and it gives you more of that like background blur and stuff that people like for photography. And it is a prime lens, so there's no zoom or anything like that. I like the prime lenses because you can get a much better look and stuff out of them. You just have to learn how to use them. So my camera, where I have it behind my setup, is positioned at 18 millimeters. That's as low as it can go, which is pretty nice. I'm like, you know, pretty full frame and stuff like that. It's pretty nice. So I think 16 millimeters will just give me a little bit more flexibility as far as like that wider look, and I can always crop that, zoom it in, things like that if I want to as well. But it is a prime lens, though it should look a lot better. At least I'm hoping so. So that brings me to the next upgrade, which is just micro HDMI cable. So I should be able to plug this in to the camera itself and use that versus the USB-C output, because like I said, the USB-C output straight to my computer is limited to 1080p 30 FPS. This will allow me to go above that if I want to be able to do like even 1080p 60 FPS, or I believe I can even get up to 4K 30 FPS out of this if I want to. That's some stuff we're going to test out. So that being said, the final product, the Elgato 4K Cam Link. I got this. They're a little bit cheaper now than I know they kind of went up in price and fluctuated and stuff like that. They're right around $100 now. So I got this, and I could have went with an off-brand or something like that, but I wanted to know that I'm getting something reliable that's going to do exactly what I want it to do. So that's why I just went with this. Elgato is known for making great products. This has been around for a while now, so it should be able to provide me with the results that I want. So I'm going to get these all set up, and then we'll see you back here in a minute to compare the footage. And we're back. So this is what everything looks like with the new setup, with the new lens and everything that I showed you guys. If you're wondering, yeah, I am wearing something different. I got kids. I have to, you know, take breaks between recording and stuff here and there. So it is what it is. But this is the footage for you guys. So as you can see, it's a pretty big difference. Everything is a little bit wider. I got a little bit more of this wall. I can always crop that down and stuff if I want to, you know, to get kind of the look I had before. If I don't want as much of this wall or whatever, I don't mind it right now. I think it looks pretty great. Yeah, I played around with the settings. This is essentially the same exact settings that I had with the previous lens before swapping everything out. The only difference is that with the new cable and the Elgato Cam Link, I'm able to get 1080p at 60 FPS instead of 30 FPS. But as you can see, just simply going to this prime lens from the kit lens, this is a pretty big difference as far as just the look that you can get out of a better lens. And that's essentially what I was going for. You know, this was something that I didn't want to, you know, break the bank with, but I wanted to provide you guys and myself. I like higher quality, so I wanted to provide, you know, that in my videos, and I think it looks great. I'm very pleased with it. It's a little bit better than I anticipated even. I know we kind of talked about the lower aperture number being the 2.8. It does still provide me a little bit of that background blur, and I feel like I look pretty crisp. So I'm loving it. I'm loving the way that this looks. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments below. And yeah, I would love to hear some feedback and just what you guys think on this overall. I'm very happy with it. I'm sure you guys will notice a big difference, and I'm looking forward to making new content with this as well, and just being able to provide that better quality moving forward. Pretty stoked for it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because we're going to be trying to pump out some more content this year, and see where it takes us in 2024. I'm excited. Hope you guys are as well. And appreciate you if you stayed till the end. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.